Hello, kindergartners. Happy Tuesday. I was going to do a special art lesson for you today. We are going to be making a really cute frog. So I thought I would read this funny frog book with his silly eyes to you guys. So our book is called The Hungry Frog. Wiggle, wiggle went the hungry frog's eyes. As he looked around for lunch, the hungry frog's tummy rumbled. He was feeling very, very weak. Buzz, buzz, the hungry frogs heard a sound that sounded like lunch. He looked around until his eyes found what made that sound. A bee. Where's the bee? See the bee? Oh, he's looking over there at him. Lunch, said the hungry frog. Oh no, you can't eat me, said the bee. Everybody knows that frogs eat flies. Later, the hungry frog heard another sound, flutter, flutter. He looked around until his eyes found what made that sound. Oh, he's got to look up that way. Lunch, said the hungry frog. Oh no, you can't eat me, said the moth. Everybody knows that frogs eat flies. There's that little moth up there. Later, the hungry frog heard another sound. Splash, splash. He looked around until his eyes found what made the sound. Oh, he's looking down now. A fish. Lunch, said the hungry frog. Oh no, you can't eat me, said the fish. Everybody knows that frogs eat. What do they eat? Yeah, you're right, flies. Later again, the hungry frog heard a new sound. Whir, whir. He looked around until his eyes found what made that sound. Now he's looking that way. The hungry frog had not seen this kind of creature before. Are you a fly? He croaked. Not just any type of fly, replied the creature. I'm a firefly. No, not just any type of fly, the happy frog thought as he went to sleep that night. The tastiest kind. Ooh, and there the firefly is in the frog's belly. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to do a guided drawing for you of a frog. And what's fun about this is it doesn't have to be a totally perfect frog. So if your eyes aren't absolutely perfect and your head's not absolutely perfect, that's okay. They'll still be fun. And then if you finish early, maybe around your frog on your paper, maybe you want to draw a bee or a moth or a firefly or a fish once you finish your frog. So I will show you how to draw it. We are going to draw it in pencil, and then you're going to trace over it in black crayon, and then we're going to color him in with a dark green and then a light green belly. And then I will show you how to do the sky. You can do a rubbing for the sky. So I'll go over that all with you right now. Hi kindergartners, I'm back at my house now. I didn't have time to get all my videotaping done at school, so I'm going to do it at my house, finish up my lesson. I had to turn my lights off because in my last video I had a weird glare on my so I hope you can see it better like this. Today we are going to draw our frogs, our fun frogs, and it goes along with our fun frog book, right? So you are going to be using a pencil. I'm going to use a Sharpie so you guys can see my work, but you'll use a pencil and then you'll outline it bring those materials to your class. So you'll have a black crayon, a light green, and a dark green crayon to color in your frog. And then you'll have one of my crayons that have no wrapper on it, and then that way you can do the sky in the background. And if you remember from my beginning video, if you finish early and you want to add some of those little insects or fish that was in our book, you can add them around your frog, around the outside, okay? So I think it was a moth, a firefly, moth, firefly, fish, missing one, I'll think of it. You can add them around the outside. So you are going to begin with those big, fun eyeballs that were on those circles. I mean, that was on those frogs. So you're going to do 2 big circles for your big frog eyes. Now circles, I know we've talked about this, are kind of hard to draw. So you want to draw lightly with your pencil in case you make a mistake. But it's okay if it's not perfect. It's fine. Circles are really hard to draw, so just do your best. It's just a fun little activity. Okay, so when you draw your eyes, watch me first because you don't want to draw them right next to each other. You want to have a space between them. Okay, so you're going to have one circle, another circle. I hope you can. So, I don't know if my lighting's helping. So, you're going to do 2 circles, and if you can see, there's a little space between them. That space you're going to draw a line. And it's okay if it's a little curved there. That line will be the line at the top of the frog's head. The eyes are actually going a little above it here. Now, what you have to do is you're going to continue this line on this side of the eye, kind of like our monsters. So you're going to continue this line on this side of the eye, and that line will continue on that side of the eye. That will be the top of our frog's head, okay? So you're going to make an oval that will go around the face to the other side, okay? So here we go. And you can see when I went around to the other side, I made sure that line lined up with the one here, okay? And then this line lined up with that line on that side. That will make it the illusion that the head is back there behind the eyes. It should be one line there. All right, the next step we're going to do is we're going to draw the body. Now the body is kind of like a rectangle, and you can do it kind of be different sizes. It can be kind of a shorter frog, or it can be a longer frog, depending on how big you want his body to be. So I'm going to do mine, let's see. This size. Oh, sorry. Oh, and I'm going to look over. Sharpies, you know, they're not very forgiving. But you can see my body. It kind of is almost like a rectangle, kind of like the bottom of a cupcake or something like that. Then we will be doing the eyeballs inside the eye. So you're going to add your eyeballs. Now, what's fun about this is you can do your eyes different ways. Maybe you want, remember how my eye in my book, sometimes they were pointing up, sometimes they were pointing down. You can decide where you want that pupil, that black dot to be. Maybe you want one up and one down. Maybe you want them cross-eyed, so so the pupils are towards the middle. Okay, I'm going to have my eyes looking this way. Maybe it's looking at a firefly ready to eat. And you'll color that in, those pupils, with your black crayon. Okay, do you see him? He's looking over that way. his belly.
We're gonna go outside.
So, and again, doesn't have to be perfect. All frogs are different. And then for his little frog legs, we are just gonna do a little loop around here. Kind of look like ears almost on the side of the head. But that will be your little frog. Now, you can have fun, like you had fun with the eyes, depending on where you wanted to go. Now you can have fun with the smile. Maybe you just want a little happy frog. You can see that on the video. For me, it's kind of hard. So hope you can see it well. There's our little happy frog smile. Maybe you want to add some cheek lines. Then you don't have to, but maybe that would be something you want to do. Maybe you want his mouth open a little bit. Okay, there's lots of different things you could do with your happy frog. He ate that awesome lightning bug. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to color your whole frog in and its belly. If some of your friends are still working, you can start drawing maybe some insects around, maybe a moth. Maybe you have him in the water and there'd be a fish there. So I will color mine in and then I will show you it when it's done. Okay, I turned the light back on. I hope you're going to be able to see this drawing in with the dark video. The other one, it was way too bright, but we'll see. So here is our basic frog. If you want him maybe in the water, you could draw a line here with your blue crayon that I'm going to be giving you. So you can draw your fish, and then you can draw some extra little insects in the sky. And then what you do is you take your blue, and I know we've done this before, you're gonna lay it flat on the paper, not up and down like this, right? We want it nice and flat, and you're gonna rub it all on the background once you have your insects, because after you do this, it's kind of hard to see the insects on it. If you want to add some insects in the background. And you know what? After I'm done with this, I'll actually show you some up close on bigger paper how to draw some insects. There we go. Let's see. Now we can see him. Isn't he cute? So I will show you how to draw some insects in the background if you would like to do that. All right, guys, so I drew a couple of the bugs. I realized what I forgot. I forgot our little bee. So the main thing with the bee is you want to do an oval body. Well, the head, with all of them, they just have these big, huge eyes. You can see with the fish, the moth, the bee, and the lightning bug, they all have big, huge eyes. So you're going to just do some big eyes. Oh, I forgot the big eyes on the moth. The moth is kind of like a butterfly. It added some big antennas. Moths have, a lot of them have those furry antennas, so you could do that. And then I drew a little fish there if you want to draw a fish in the water. And most of them have ovals, like there's an oval, and then a triangle. And you just do a big old eye. I added a little fin, but you don't have to. This lightning bug is an oval. I did a big eye, two little like oval wings, antennas, and then with the lightning bug, you just make sure you color it yellow. Maybe you can even have some lines coming out, make it look like it's glowing. And then with the bee, it's an oval with a little stinger, two big eyes, couple antennas, and then I added a couple oval wings. So those are some bugs you can add in the background if you would like and have extra time. I will also give you guys some coloring sheets so that way you can work on those, because you need to give your teacher a full 30 minutes of uninterruption so they can get some work done. And just go ahead and follow my video and I think you can do it. Maybe if you need to pause it at all to take a couple breaks so you guys can catch up, maybe your teacher can do that. Have a great Tuesday, you guys. I am so thankful for those of you who brought in a couple art pieces from last week from our Poppy artwork. If you bring in your artwork, or if you take a picture and have your parents email it to me, then you will get some candy out of my candy bin when we get to class next week. So I miss you guys. I like being able to see you in the hallway, even though I'm not in the art room this week. But I will see you next week, and we will have a lot of fun. So take care and have a great day.